What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We're taking a look here this morning, the 15th of July. We're going to take a look at Aerodrome, Aerodrome Finance US dollar pair here. So this will be a daily chart. Coinbase is the price data here, getting a very nice move to the upside here for Aerodrome and actually the rest of the markets across the board. Bitcoin pumping big time, and actually you have the stock market futures continuing to rise here with some new markets looking like they are just getting started. So overall, things are pretty bullish here in the market space. Welcome to the channel, guys. Let's take a deeper dive here into Aerodrome. Hang around till the end. We're going to talk about some much higher upper price targets. So if we do a quick recap here for Aerodrome, we had the initial waterfall move to the downside, which actually bottomed at the 0.5 Fibonacci level. That's exactly where we bottomed. I have this arrow here was just pointing to that fib level at the 0.5 Fibonacci level. We rallied off that it just into another lower high, which is pretty common. That's what you see a lot of the times anyways. We pulled back here. Here was the key moment right here. Always, hindsight's 2020, but we talked about it as it was playing out. That was the higher low. What followed that was a move into 61.2, 58.756. Those were our potential resistance areas, and the 61.275 acted as resistance for just about 3 days or so. The third day being a big breakout, but closed relatively weak, reversing here with this big candle wick above the market. Flipped the 61.275 into support on the 13th of July, and then the rest is history as we continue to really ramp up higher here in price. Sunday was a 12.5% day. So far this Monday morning, up 6.5. Saturday was a 9% day. So we're getting a big pump here. What do we have here? What do I talk about? What have I spoken about in the past? When markets sell off like this, right? And I'm not the one who's telling people to be buying these dips here. That's just not how I roll. I don't have a strategy, to spot exact bottoms. I like to buy when the market starts to prove itself once again after a sell-off. What does that mean? I like to buy when the markets start to show a higher high. We had the initial sell-off here. We had the lower high. We had the higher low. We start to move up here and make new higher highs. We have a change in trend back to the upside for Aerodrome. And when the markets start to make higher highs and they start to prove themselves, that's what I like to see. That's what I'm looking for when getting into a stock, commodity, or a cryptocurrency. I do not own Aerodrome Finance, by the way, and this is not financial advice. So we have a new change in trend back to the upside. The downside price action is over for now. And yesterday we actually hit, just about the level would be like the 79,340. 79,340 right about here. That's where we pumped up to yesterday. Got put a little bit of pushback there. Today, Monday, the 15th, we're finding some support at the 75.59 level. That's this yellow dotted line here. That's basically where our lows came in today, and we're moving to the upside. We are above the 79 level. So next in line as a potential stopping point for today would be like the 84,494. So the 84,494 is right here in white. There's a chance that we run up to that area and get a little bit of a pushback there. That would be very normal action, similar to what we saw yesterday at the 79,340 level, similar to that. Also, keep in mind to the left-hand side of your screen there, to your chart, we have some right around that 84,494 level is an old area of support, which obviously got flipped into resistance starting on the 18th of June. And we find ourselves back up or close to it, potentially getting up there today. So a little bit of pushback at that level would be very normal. And it could be a little bit higher, a little bit lower. We have a level all the way up to 85.20, 84,760. And then again, the white level would be 84,494. So there's a chance we get a little bit of pushback there. Is this thing a little bit extended? I would say it is. But, markets look ready to rock and roll much higher. So, who knows? We could see some very large candles here. And then we just continue to watch the levels for any pushback above the market. Again, those three levels I just mentioned right here, all the way from 84 to 85.20. And then it's a big jump up there to 98. 98,224, 106.42, back to the 128 level. More than likely it won't be a straight shot up that high. It's going to take some time, especially, this move's pretty extended so far. So a day or two, or, whatever the case may be, sideways pullback is very, very possible before you start to see a real ramping up there. So things are looking good. We have the confirmation, guys. I've been talking about it for a long time. If you're a frequent viewer of the channel, after these markets get some kind of a sell-off, this one happened to be basically a straight waterfall move. You get the move up, and it played out from a lower high to a higher low. And then I've mentioned in the past, and I might have mentioned it yesterday, keep an eye out. If you can spot that higher low, it's not a bad area to start to build a position. Is the risk higher from doing it there? Of course, because there's no guarantees that that's going to hold, and you can actually just continue down and make a new lower low. If you can start to spot that area of a higher low and build a position as it starts to ramp up here, this right leg that creates the higher high can be extremely bullish. And so far it's playing out to be extremely bullish on Aerodrome here. We've seen this countless time throughout the markets. Again, personally, I like to buy when the markets prove themselves, which means they go from lower highs and lower lows to higher lows and higher highs. They start to prove themselves and show us that the trend has switched. For now, there is big money coming back into the markets, and the trend is about to go higher. And that's what I'm looking for. I want to see a higher high. And that's what we got on the 12th and the 13th of July. All good. So Aerodrome financed. Once again, this is on Coinbase. This is the Coinbase price data. Let me clean this up here, and we'll get a calculation from the lows to see how far we've moved here. Again, not that I'm, well, I don't own Aerodrome, but I just want to show you what it's moved here off the lows for anybody who either did buy or is curious. So let's see, about 102% off the lows. Lows came in, and once again at the 0.05 Fibonacci level, and the price of that was 40 cents for the lows. All right, let's take a step back here for Aerodrome. Right now, we have some upper targets that should easily be reached, especially if Bitcoin really starts to ramp up and starts to get back to its all-time highs. No reason why we won't see this price come into play here, and that would be the all the way up here, $3.60 or so cents, 61, give or take. I think Aerodrome, if Bitcoin is ready to go, and it's looking like it, we should easily see Aerodrome into all-time highs, and $3 and right around 60 cents will be my target. So from the all-time highs here, where we had this big reversal off the 234 level, you're roughly about another 51% or so higher from the all-time highs till we hit that 360. Right now we're trading at 81.1, almost 82. Very, very interesting, guys. So that's my target right now, right around that $3.60 for Aerodrome. The all-time highs should be taken out. Probably not in a day or two. It's going to take some time. If you throw the fibs up there, you take the swing high to the swing low. You could also get some much higher price targets for Aerodrome. Really starting out based on the swing high and swing low. The fibs take you all the way up to over $7. That's the 1618 for starters. So, I mean, hey, we'll see. The future could be bright here for Aerodrome, but the highest I have right now is $3.60, which should be no problem, assuming Bitcoin is just getting started here in a new trend, a new breakout to the upside into all-time highs. Heading over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up, let's see, 2,308. So we have the chart all marked up from yesterday's video. Again, change in trend here for Bitcoin. We have the higher low, the higher high. Things are looking good. We, the same as Aerodrome. We have resistance levels all above the market. 63,788 being next in line. We are above 62,206.75. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. There's a decent resistance up in this area here, which is from 64 to 63 roughly. But for Bitcoin, let's zoom out here. Bitcoin, I mean, if this consolidation here is just getting ready to rock and roll, we're going to see easily 80,000 and potentially up to $96,000 Bitcoin. I have some other targets for BTC. I mean, this is a very large consolidation. There's a lot of energy built up that should be released to the upside, assuming we continue to move higher here, of course, and not just find major resistance and roll over. 96,626 all the way up to $130,000 Bitcoin target. Guys, thanks for watching. You have a great day. If you're not yet a subscriber, go ahead and join us here on the channel. Please make your own financial decisions. Have a plan, stick to it, invest smartly, have a risk plan in place. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.